Check out Paddy Power's new and exclusive Cash Card Plus, available to use online, at ATMs, or even down the local. Paddy Power, you beauty!
Hello and welcome to the Racing Post Football Postcast. I'm Henry Hardwick and I'm joined by my Racing Post colleagues James Milton and Mark Langdon. And on the line from Paddy Power we have Amanda Coleman. How are we doing, guys?
Yep, good, thank you.
Good, thanks, Henry.
We usually kick off with Bruce's 6 questions, but we're off the hook this week because he's not here. So let's just get straight down to it. We've got 5 live Premier League matches this weekend. Kicking off with Huddersfield against Spurs, the lunchtime kick-off on Saturday. Amanda, give us a quick show of prices and maybe a couple of handicaps. I'm guessing Spurs are long odds on here.
Yeah, well, we have Huddersfield priced up at 8-1, Spurs 4-11. The draw is at 15-4. On the handicap betting, it's Spurs -1 at even money.
Okay, Mark. Well, obviously Spurs are coming off an impressive Champions League win in midweek. Harry Kane seems to be can't fail to score away from home. Anyway, is this a case of another easy win for them?
I think so. Yeah. I was looking obviously away from the match markets. They are pretty short. I just thought maybe Tottenham to win to 0 may be the best way to go with this one. Huddersfield obviously started off with that amazing win at Crystal Palace, which doesn't look so amazing anymore, given that Palace can't score against anybody. Since then, I think they've been getting progressively worse as an attacking unit. Defensively, they're reasonably solid, but they've only got 1 goal in their last 4 matches. The only time I've seen them live was at West Ham. Didn't create a great deal on that occasion. Tottenham, of course, had the best defence in the Premier League last season. Conceded a couple at West Ham, but were reasonably comfortable for an hour, and then the game just seems to just turn with Aurier's red card more than anything else, really. And Huddersfield haven't got anybody like Andy Carroll or Chicharito in their team really to cause Spurs those problems, so it should be a comfortable enough game. Tottenham weren't very good in midweek, but they've still won 3-0 away from home in a Champions League game, so I'll go for them to win to 0.
Okay, how do you see it going, James? Any hope with Huddersfield keeping Spurs out, and the Swansea and Burnley managed to get a result against them?
No, I think Spurs, particularly away from home, they're pretty ruthless in these kind of fixtures. Mark's mentioned Huddersfield's lack of attacking threat. I mean, they had that win against Newcastle, but that was a kind of moment of magic from Aaron Moy. And Tottenham, I think, can hold them at bay. Mark's tipping Tottenham to 0. I'm tipping Tottenham 2-0, which is 11-2. I mean, you looked at those last 2 away games, West Ham, and then the Champions League game in Cyprus, where they had a few significant absentees, and they've won them both. Probably not playing at their absolute best, but I don't know if it'll be a vintage display at Huddersfield, because Huddersfield work really hard and will kind of press them. But yeah, I think Tottenham have quite enough class.
I think the key is, if Tottenham score first, how does Huddersfield get back into the game? They've had, they've tended to have things go their own way so far. When they've scored, it was pretty much the same in the Championship last season as well. When they scored first, nearly all of their wins were by 1 goal. But it's what happens if they need to chase the game, I think, is where they'll be vulnerable.
I mean, against West Ham, Huddersfield did sort of, give it a bit of a decent go, but they just lacked that little bit of quality up front, I think. Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, it's to be expected, really. I mean, they were relegation favourites at the start of the season. They came up with the first team in history to get promoted with a negative goal difference. I mean, they've done remarkably well so far, but I think their fixture list has been quite easy so far, and they haven't played any of the real big teams yet. They played Palace, and West Ham was struggling, and Southampton can't score goals, and and Newcastle were in a bit of a sticky situation as well when they played them. So this is by far their hardest game of the season, and they've got a real tough run of fixtures coming up as well. So maybe just as well that they've chiselled out those early points.
How do you see this going, Amanda? And Paddy Power fearing another sort of favourites bloodbath? What's been over the last couple of weeks? It seems to be favourite after favourite going in.
Yeah, it certainly does. I'd have to agree with the lads completely on this match. I can't see really anything but a Spurs win. And just to give you the price there for Mark's tip, 11-10 about Spurs to win to 0. I'm going to go for a similar thread here. Spurs outright price is obviously too short to back at 4-11 for me. So I'm going to go with Spurs to score 3 or more goals in this match, priced up at 8-5. Huddersfield, as we were saying, of course, they do lack a bit of attacking threat. And Steve Meunier, who would have been the only attacker really that would have caught my eye, I think he's a doubt for the weekend as well. So I would be just looking at Spurs to win, as Mark said, to nil, priced up at 11 to 10, I think is a good shout as well.
Right, now it's competition time. Every week we give you the chance to win a £25 or a €25 free bet from Paddy Power. Last week's winner was Scott McKenzie from Falkirk, so well done, Scott. There'll be the money will be winning its way up to Scotland. So to be in the chance of winning this week, all you've got to do is simply tweet the answer to this question using the hashtag Postcast. And the question is, which English player scored a hat-trick in the Champions League this week?